The nobles from all over gathered for the wedding of Lord Aldarp and Lalatina Dustinus Ford. However, that morning, Aldarp was busy with something else. In a private room in the back of the cathedral, on a large table laid bodies wrapped in cloth. One by one, he was shown what remained. Kazuma, Aqua, Megumin, Jiraiya, Tobirama, Minato, but most importantly, the body of Madara Uchiha. My God, Alder looked to Deidara. You actually did it. I'm a man that keeps my word, Alder. You should know this. But how? It seemed like they were impossible to kill. They would have been. Thankfully, the resources you gave me, the study of this world's magic, I devised the perfect plan. I waited till they were all secure in one area before casting a level 50 barrier spell. I kept them all in place. They'd have nowhere to run. I placed a second barrier around your bride, Dustinus, to keep her safe from my explosions. And then I let it rain upon them. I bombed the area for 12 hours straight. I see. So you were the one responsible for that massive crater and that nonsensical array of explosions into the night. I didn't want to leave anything to chance, sir. I'm surprised there'd even be any bodies left. You truly are something else, Deidara. As I said, you will be paid, and I only need what's required. Like I said, killing Madara, that's for free. Very well then. I'll have my people dispose of the riffraff. Leave me, Deidara said. Lord Alder exiting the room as Deidara circled around to Madara's body, looking at the charred and remained corpse. I did it! Yes! I did it! I beat you! You hear me, Madara? Huh? I beat you! I beat you, you smug son of a bitch! I beat you! I beat you! So much for the ghost of the Uchiha, right? You were supposed to be unstoppable. The man that cut through a whole army. And I beat you. I beat you. Kakazu, Sasori, Hidan, you are avenged. We aren't worthless pieces of trash after all. Still, now I'm free of this burden. The world is my canvas now. And now it's time to create even greater art. Finer art. For Darkness, she sat in her room as her wedding dress was being fitted. She did everything in her power to hold back the tears. Her friends, those whom she loved and cared for, they were all gone. And Lord Aldarp had been the one to do it. Everyone was saddened by the death of Madara and his party. And as much as Lalatina wanted to strike back, She knew that for the sake of her people, for the sake of her family, she could not turn away from her duties. As much as it disgusted her, she had to see this through. The ceremony was now set to begin. Among the people sitting in the crowd, Vanir, Wiz, and Yun, all of them moved to tears. Well, for Vanir, it was fake more than anything else. Though he cried for a different reason. Not for the loss of life, no, but the loss of a good partnership. For everyone, they knew that he was a demon of business. So, the loss of a financial opportunity was something to mourn. And for Wiz, on one hand, he could feed off of that sorrow, but the pain that was welling in her heart for the loss of her friend and of the man that she loved, that was something that he could find no comfort in. For Yun, the loss of her friends as well as her rival. It was a time of mourning, marred by the facade of love and peace. Everyone took their seats in the pews as the doors would open. Darkness walked down the aisle, her eyes sunken and solemn. This was now the end of her life as she knew it. All she could have now were the memories, the only things that would give her comfort. Alder stood with a fat grin plastered on his smug face. For Alder, he had gained everything he'd ever wanted. He now had Lalatina, her sweet, voluptuous, curvy body. Someone so naughty yet still pure. He thought about all the things he was going to have her do. He didn't know where to start. He only hoped that he didn't ruin things too bad. But thankfully, he had the money. If the sheets got dirty, they could be changed. And they were going to be dirty. He would make sure of it. As they stood before the priest who would oversee the marriage, Alder happily would speak first. Lalatina, oh, how I have waited for this day, for this moment. A woman like you needs to be loved and guided. And I promise you, I will take you to places you have never been. You have made the mature decision, the wise decision. Don't be too stubborn. If you let go, it'll all be easier. If you don't mind, the priest said, I'd like to begin. Certainly. No need to keep everyone waiting now. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, mage and crusader, demon and lich and best friend, we are gathered here today before the eyes of the goddess Eris, the goddess of the flat chest, along with overseeing her, the goddess of water and love and fertility and life of Aqua herself. Praise Aqua. We are gathered here today for the marriage of Lady Lalatina Dustinus Ford and this crusty, wrinkly, disgusting old man. Yes, Patience is a virtue, and performance requires a blue pill. Lalatina, we know that you will have many nights of no satisfaction. Lalatina, we know that you will love this disgusting, wrinkly, crusty old man whose hair is balding, whose belly has had one burger too many, of a man who couldn't put the snacks down. Lalatina, we bless you in your marriage, even though his soldiers cannot march, and even though his pole will not stand in attention. Lalatina, we stand with you on this day because I know that you will have to endure. I know that you will have to face the trials and tribulations of marriage. That you will have to deal with potentially recreating and reproducing with pure, absolute trash. Trash that's so trash that it gives trash a bad name. You'd probably be better off marrying a garbage can, settling down in 40 acres, having little garbage can children. Because even then, when they are filled with nothing but crap and disgust and muck, they probably still look more handsome than anything that you could reproduce with this man. I'm sorry, what? I know that if you were to reproduce with this man, if your children come out looking good, it's because your genes had to carry in that process. And we can only hope. What the hell is the meaning of all this? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I offend you? The priest said. Offend? I think we're well past that point. Just what in the hell do you think you're doing? Lord Alder said. Just who do you think you are, talking to me in such a way? The name's Aqua, and you're going to pay for trying to get us killed, you fat son of a bitch. Huh? Just then, those standing behind the priest would discard their robes as they made a run for it. Kazuma grabbing onto the hand of darkness as they continued on in their escape. Jiraiya and Tobirama following close behind. The doors bursting wide open as a figure stepped forth. Deidara turning around to see what had caused this, and he looked in horror. It was Madara. Hell no. What the? How are you still alive? Did you really think killing an Uchiha would be that easy? Madara said to Alder, his single red Sharingan glaring, his left eye covered by his long black hair. You can't do this to me. I am Lord Alder. You are nothing. I have put up with your insolence for long enough. Madara, Kazuma, Tobirama, you're all alive. Yeah, we're all alive. Now could you use your legs? Come on, we gotta hurry. But how? How? Deidara yelled. I killed you. I know I killed you. I watched you die. Your bodies are in the back. Are they now? That's funny. Last time I checked, I'm still standing. But don't feel too bad, Deidara. You're not a complete loser. I won't have this. She's not going anywhere. You still owe me. You owe me 2 billion Minato would come in with the flying Raijin as Lord Alder was buried under gold coins. Ah, yes, that should cover it. And, Lord Alder, thank you for using Minato's Flying Raijin Thunder God delivery service. With the super extra level 5 special order of Now's Not the Time, Minato, Jiraiya would say. Oh, yeah, right, the name. Sorry about that. Ugh, this is 2 billion? Yeah, that's right, it's 2 billion. Every single heiress. But how did you? We sold out, Kazuma said. I sold the rights of my inventions. Mariah sold all of his make-out tactics and the intellectual properties. And I sold my delivery service, Minato said. Well, at least the names and the rights. Yes, they did, Vanir said. And I must say, it was a glorious transaction. Now Wiz and Yun stood beside their friends as well. Lord Alder realizing the true magnitude of the situation. The people were now gathering, trying to steal his coin. The guards were giving chase after Madara and friends, and Deidara launched into a full tirade against Madara as the two would begin to battle. But Madara now had Deidara on the back foot, as he used lightning release, surging it through Deidara's body before punching him back. That's fine with me. It's time to finish what I started, and you're not finishing anything. Suddenly, everything would go dark. Deidara found himself in another void. What is this? A genjutsu? It's far more than that. You're in my mind, my world, Deidara. I may not have the monocle, but I can still escape. I'm still stronger than you. You can't beat me, Madara. You can't. I didn't come here to fight. What? Look. Madara would sit before Deidara, lifting the hair over his left eye to reveal an empty eye socket. What the hell? The Uchiha have a special ability. An ability that allows us to rewrite reality up to a certain point. What? It's called Izanagi. Yes, when you caused that barrier to descend upon us, I have to admit, you had us beat. Within that barrier, Minato and Tobirama couldn't use the Flying Raijin. We had no way of escaping. The only thing I could do was tell everybody to trust me and to bear what was about to happen. What are you saying? You killed us, Deidara. There's no way around it. You caught us when we least expected it, and you killed us. You took me out. I had to sacrifice my Sharingan just to revive everybody. I'm thankful that you spared darkness that fate. I won't lie. When I came back, the first thing I wanted to do was rip you apart. Especially after what you did. But you know, if I kept going with this, we'd just be stuck in a cycle that never ends. You and me going back and forth with each other. I don't know about you, but I'm tired of fighting. You're tired of fighting? What kind of bull is that? You're Madara Uchiha! Fighting is all you know how to do. It's all you could ever... And I don't want to be that way anymore. This world gave us an opportunity. It stripped us of everything that held us back. In our old lives, you and I were nothing but criminals, scum of the earth. We're supposed to be forgotten about, but here it could be different. Haven't you ever wanted more for yourself? You're still a shinobi, damn it. Don't you have any pride? You came to this world and the first thing you did was become a tool to the highest bidder. And you're not. An adventurer, shinobi, what's the difference? Here we can live. Here we're free. I'm just Madara. And you're just Datara. We're not leaf or stone shinobi. We're not mist. We're not sand. We're not cloud. We're not Akatsuki. We're nothing here. We're just ourselves. You know, all I ever wanted was to just express my art with the world. But I don't know. Maybe I just wanted my art to hurt people the way I was hurting. I still hate you. I hate you too. That's never gonna change. Not a day in our lives. I still technically killed you, right? You did. I can't get around that. It cost you your Sharingan. Yeah, it did. Madara reflecting on what he had lost. When the group had been revived via Izanagi, they immediately went to rethink their strategy to deal with Alder once and for all. Giving him the impression that they were dead gave them the advantage that they needed. Of course, for Jiraiya, for Kazuma and Minato, selling away their rights, intellectual properties, and anything of value to get the 2 billion heirs needed also helped. But Vanir also wanted something else. I want your dead eye, Vanir said. My what? Your eye. It'll be compensated, of course. I can give you something a whole lot better than that. But that eye of yours has no light in it. It's useless to you. So why do you want it? Because it could serve my own personal interests. I don't trust you. Of course you don't. But I'm not asking you to trust me. Am I? Without hesitating, Madara would pluck out his useless left eye and give it to Vanir. I feel like this is gonna bite me in the ass someday. I assure you, whatever you think I'm going to do with this, it's nothing that will cause you worry or concern. I'm just interested, that's all. Yeah, right. So what now? Madara would ask Datara. We can go back out there and we can keep fighting and slugging it out till the finish, for what it's worth. It's all we can do. Not necessarily. You've gotten your reward. You've killed me. What more do you want? Trying to bring logic into this, Madara, is not helping. No, but you know I'm right. Before long, they would return back to the world of the living. Now, everyone had made their way to the outside and their escape. For Megumin, just as an added level of insurance, she had her explosion magic ready to go. Thankfully, she didn't have to use it, but that was kind of the problem. You see, she didn't have to use it, but it was already active, and it had been building up. That meant she had to release it. Wait, no, Megumin, we're already out. Please don't do this, Kazuma would say. But I can't hold it in. I feel like it's gonna be the big one, Kazuma. The what? The big one. It's gonna be the big one. Kazuma, it's gonna be the big one. I need to let it go. I can't hold it in. No, no, listen here, you mage. You better not let that thing go. Both Madara and Deidara would walk outside to see what was happening, looking up as the sky had turned dark, and now the whole city was adorned with sparkling circular lights. Explosion magic, Deidara said. Yep. I don't suppose your Izanagi can save this whole town. Probably could, but I'd end up going blind. The faint Madara losing both of his Sharingan. That would be irony. I should let it happen. I should. Hold on, Deidara, what are you doing? Madara would ask, as Deidara started to remove his shirt, revealing a stitch pattern on the left side of his chest, a mouth that was sewn over his heart. I've only been able to use this jutsu once before, but now fate has granted me a wonderful opportunity. Hey you, crimson-haired demon girl, and what do you want? I'm sorry about what I did to you and your friends. Oh, you mean the fact that you killed us? Yeah, it was nothing personal. Well, except for Myra, that was very personal. But with you, it was just business. But I'm told that you appreciate the finer explosions of life. I do. Explosion magic is the best kind of magic. You're damn right it is. So, as compensation, let us have a clash of explosions. I don't want you to hold back. What? I told you, don't hold back. I want you to put every last single drop of yourself into this explosion. And I will do the same. You're going to witness one of the greatest explosions of all time. It's called the C0. The what? I only know C4. C0, Kazuma said. That's right. You're about to see a clash of explosions, my friend. Now, send me off with a smile. I'm not sending you off with anything, jackass. I died because of you. Well, what are you gonna do? Now, I, Deidara, will show you the true meaning of art. Listen here, all of you, especially you, Crimson Demon Girl. Never forsake the path of explosions. Never give up. Every explosion, it should be better than the last. An explosion is like a snowflake. No two are ever alike. Never settle for what you've only just achieved. Set your sights higher. Your explosions, they should continue to rise. Your explosions should be able to split the earth. It should rock the heavens. Now, Crimson Demon Girl, give it everything. Give it all to me. Deidara's body would become translucent as he began to chow on his clay, as he slowly rose to the sky. You know, he'd be pretty inspirational if he wasn't a psychopath. Yeah, well, I can't tell the difference, Kazuma said. This is gonna be awful. We're gonna die again. It's the end of everything. Now then, people of Axel, adventurers of this world, bask in the glory of Deidara. Because art is an explosion! The power of Deidara C0 would collide with Megumin's explosion magic. His explosion pushed hers further into the sky instead of descending down below, avoiding the ground entirely. The sky was adorned in multiple colors of fire and sparkle and light. An explosion unlike any other that they had ever seen. A true collaboration of explosion on full display. By the time the dust had settled, all that was left was the beauty of the flames in the air. For Megumin, even she was inspired. I'll continue. My explosions, they're gonna go higher. Really high. She actually got inspiration from this, Kazuma said. She's gonna blow us all to Kingdom Come. I just know it. Kazuma? Huh? Why are you hiding behind Darkness? You have no shame, Darkness said. Darkness! Darkness, are you okay? Jiraiya rushed over to her side immediately as he grabbed both of her hands. Darkness, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Huh? I had no idea about what you were going through. Really, I would have done something sooner if I had known. But you don't have to blame yourself. It's not okay. I really do love you. Lalatina. Don't call me that. It's embarrassing. Ooh, it looks like someone's got the hots for Darkness. Darkness got a boyfriend. Wasn't she just getting married? I don't think so, bro. The murmurs of the adventurers would continue on as Lord Alder would call for his guards to capture them. But Minato would tell everyone to clasp hands as he turned around and used the flying Raijin to escape. Thankfully enough, the adventurers would buy them time as Tobirama and Madara reconvened. It looked like they moved on ahead without us. Go with them, Tobirama. I'm gonna take the brunt of all of this. Don't try and make yourself the martyr, Madara. This was a collective effort. It's not that. Alder's going to be on them. Get everyone packed and get them out of the mansion as soon as possible. I'm just gonna slow them down. You're not planning on killing all of them, are you? Geesh, you don't have to think I'm a monster. I'm just going to slow them down. Besides, they're so weak, there'd be no point in killing them. Never thought I'd see the day that Madara Uchiha would want to play the hero. I'm not doing anything. I'm just helping out my friends, that's all. Sure. As Tobirama disappeared via flying Raijin, Vanir would appear by his side. Shall we go? Yeah, let's do it. Back at Lord Alder's mansion, the crude Lord of the Land would go to his basement, where the demon whom he had made a contract with was being held. The demon was Maxwell. Of course, Maxwell had no recollection or memory of how he had gotten here, but only that he found himself in the abusive hands of the tyrant. Nothing had gone according to plan. Nothing at all. Not from the poisoning of Darkness's father, who had already been healed by Aqua, and not now with the wedding. What good are you? You worthless, pathetic piece of crap! Ugh. I'm sorry, Lord Alder. I'm sorry, please. I've tried my best, but I can't curse them any longer. Just bring me Lalatina. That's all I want. Bring me Lalatina, and I will pay you what you want. Your wage. My wage? Hello, Lord Alder. He heard from the door closed behind him. He opened it to see that Darkness had returned to him. He immediately hugged onto her, believing that now he would get what he had wanted. If you will please spare my friends, I'll... Yes, I've got you. Oh, yes. His hands went below the nether regions, clasping onto a pair of cheeks. But in a poof of smoke, the body would change. He was no longer holding on to Lalatina's ass, but the ass of... Huh? Get your hands off of me, Madara said. You! My! I can just feel your negative emotions. The embarrassment, Vanir said. Having him grab onto you and... If you tell anyone about this, I swear, Vanir, I'll make sure you never revive again. Oh, don't worry, my friend. Anywho, hello, Maxwell, the warper of truth. I am Vanir, the all-seeing. We are fellow demon alike, and while I have introduced our acquaintances together countless times, I see no issue in doing it again. Ah, yes, Vanir, I think I remember you. No, why are you here? Just who in the hell do you think that you're talking to? You... He owes me. He is my servant, and I will use him as I would watch very carefully who you are talking to, human, Vanir said. Or do you not have any respect for the demon clan? You should be grateful. Now then, Madara, our deal is as stated. You can keep on to the patents and to the inventions that you've claimed, but I do want my friends to be properly compensated. And that they will, I assure you, from what I'll make from their own ideals, and from their ideas and the rights that have been given, all will be square with me. But I'll make sure that this reimbursement is done proper. Now, if our business is concluded... Myra walked up the stairs preparing to leave, as Maxwell would begin to exact his own personal punishment. Wait, adventurer! Madara, please! You have to help me! They're demons! You can't let me die! I'm sorry? Are you actually begging me for my help? You know, you shouldn't beg a demon. What? You're not a demon! You're a human! You're just like me! Myra turned back to Alder, glaring upon him, his one red Sharingan piercing into his soul. If I come back down these stairs, I promise you, I'll do to you far worse than this demon ever could. So ask yourself, do you really want that? Because if you think that I'm not worse than that demon, you truly are a fool. He's not joking, Vanir said. You'd be better off in our company, as he shut the door. We have a lot to discuss. Back at home, things would begin to settle down. Alder had mysteriously vanished, but given that all of his crimes and his luxurious affairs had now been brought to light, he had been shamed and exiled anyway. For Kazuma and for the others, they were happy to have Darkness back at home where she belonged. For Madara, he had his friends, his home. What else could he ask for? Sure, things in this world didn't always go as planned, and, more often than not, he went through the trials and tribulations that could try any man's soul. But the soul of a shinobi never changes. No matter what kind of wonderful world they might be in. As everyone was gathered at the guild, enjoying dinner and drink and merriment, the group sat at the table discussing what they were going to do. They now had wealth coming into their fortune in the near future. Perhaps they could relax, take a break, go on vacation, take another quest. Ideas were flitting about. Until Minato finally spoke up. Everyone, I have a request, please. Huh? Yeah, Minato, what's up? Jiraiya would say. Well, you see, there's actually someone here that I'm looking for. Huh? Who could that be? It's my wife, Kushina. If possible, can we go and find her? Finding your wife? Aqua would say. You have a wife? Seriously, dude? Aww. Kazuma was sulking, but Megami just gave him a look. You'll have a wife in time, Kazuma. Stop complaining. Yeah, like that's ever gonna happen for a guy like me. You're such an idiot. You never know. Your wife could be in this very room, sitting right next to you, but you have no idea. Yeah, like the lolly mage is actually gonna get married to me. Who the hell are you calling a lolly mage, huh? You no good Kazu trash, huh? Kazu, Megami, get off of me! Megami, let him go! Will you knock it off? Madara was rubbing his head. Sheesh, I need an aspirin or... Wiz would now tap him on the shoulder. Huh? Hey, Madara, are you busy tonight? Huh? Tonight? No, I'm not busy tonight. Oh, good. I was hoping maybe you could come by. You know, maybe we could have some alone time? Without hesitation, Myra scooped up Wiz, holding her like a bride, as he immediately ran out of the guild. And where are they off to in a hurry, Aqua would say. Probably to get lost in the enthralling pleasures of love, Tobirama said. Never thought I'd see it from him. Even Myra's got someone. Megami, stop, please. Meanwhile, on a beachside far, far away, a young girl with long flowing red hair looks up into the night sky, a sky adorned with stars. Among them, she sees two that shimmer like gold, a smile forming across her face as she dwells on them. I wonder how you're doing, Minato, Naruto. This concludes Konosuba, the last shinobi of the wonderful world. What if Madara Uchiha was reincarnated in Konosuba? Season 3, Part 12, the Season 3 finale. And with the conclusion of this story, this will officially bring all stories from the Power Core production storyline of the 2024 year to an end. That means this is the last time you're going to see that intro. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who has been supportive of 2024, of everything I've accomplished, and for what we're going to be doing in the future. By the time you get this video, more than likely we'll be close to the time of debuting the newer stories onto the channel. The titles trailer should be made soon, or at least I hope. I'm already pre-recording this. So I have no idea how far I'll be along at that point in time. But again, thank you. Like I always say, I can't do it without you. You make the channel grow. You make the core grow. Thank you all for an amazing 2024, and I'm looking forward to 2025 and giving you guys my very best. So thank you. Thank you for being a fan. Thank you for being a part of PowerCore, and thank you for sticking by. And I hope I can entertain you all in the years to come. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. That's going to do it for the end of 2024. And that's going to do it here for now. But until next time, I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off until we meet again.